All right, everyone, we're gonna take a nice little gulpy gulp, just a bit of a.
You're a beast.
I hope you like that.
It's always great to drink water.
You ever get out of the shower and like you go and you're drying off, right? But like depending on what kind of underwear of choice you wear.
Yeah.
Some people wear like loose boxers, some people wear tighty whities. Personally, I wear boxer briefs. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only guy that has this issue. Every male that listens can testify to this. When you get out of the shower, no matter how hard you try to dry off like your nether regions, they can never really get truly dry. And then when you put on like boxer briefs, you get that really you get like damp balls. You know what I mean?
Like swampy balls?
Not swampy, but just like it's damp down there. It's uncomfortable. Soggy.
You can dry them off, but somehow the moisture will still come back and haunt your trousers.
Haunt my trousers, precisely. You can testify to that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not,
I'm not the only one.
I'm sorry, I was blanking out because you just said testify, and so in my head I was constantly just repeating the same fucking joke. Testes, testify.
Whatever. Whatever. Never mind. Roll the intro.
That thing bleeding through the, you know what I mean?
Walkie slide.
That thing bleeding, B.
That'll just contaminate my esophagus.
What the fuck do you do?
Welcome everyone back to another episode of the Podcast Project. I'm your host, Guy.
I'm your host, Jack.
And today's podcast episode is being released on Monday morning at 7 a.m. like every other podcast episode is. As of right now, when you guys are listening to this, I will be fully moved into my apartment at school. So that'll be fun. I'm home for a few days now just to record and also to run a few errands and stuff. But yeah, I'm very excited to like fully move in, for my roommate to move in with me and everything. It's gonna be a fucking blast. Jack, how are you doing today?
Let's do these check-ins. I'm doing good. I'm feeling nice. I've had quite a tired day. I went out drinking with some buddies last night and we walked home and I didn't get home till like almost 3 a.m. and I went straight to sleep. And my body has like its own like internal clock. So no matter what, I wake up at 10 a.m. every morning. So I had like 6 hours of sleep and I just couldn't go back to sleep. I'm like, okay, I'll sleep until 12. It doesn't matter. And I was just dying. I've been so tired all day. But enough of me. How about you?
I'm doing good, yeah. I'm less stressed than I am usually, so that's very good. Pardon me.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, I'm a lot less stressed, which is really nice. I've stopped working all of my jobs this summer, so that's
good
fun.
For you. Finally got some time off for the last week.
I know, last week. Yeah, so I used that.
Talk about it.
I used that week to move in and everything. But yeah, fuck.
I was moving in.
It was fun.
The first week.
I mean, how was your experience? Because the day I fully moved in, technically, or moved at least all the big furniture and most of the stuff in, I had some friends over, including yours truly, Jack.
Moi.
And we had Jack, Josh, Emily, Molly, and myself, and we just, wouldn't say we broke in the apartment because that sounds bad, obviously, but we made it more my home by
we stretched it out
by drinking a fuck ton and getting hammered.
We got pretty fucked up.
Fucking awesome. Great night. We were up till like 4 a.m.
Dude, thank you so much again for having us. That was fucked. Yeah, we were like, we gotta get up and drive at 8. Fucking, we didn't end up going to sleep until like 4. Just like faded as fuck watching Animal Planet at like 3 a.m.
It was kind of awesome though.
That was a
good way to end the night.
Totally
with
worth
Animal
it.
Planet.
Surprisingly, I don't know how I had the energy to roll out of bed, and
me neither. I literally said bye to you guys. I was like, oh yeah, thanks for coming. I can't wait to see you guys soon. Blah blah blah. Gave everyone hugs. You guys left, and I literally locked my door, went back down to my room, and I was just like, just clunked onto my bed. I woke up like 3 or 4 hours later, and I was like, where'd they go? And I was like, oh my god, I forgot. I woke up.
Yeah, I know the ones. You wake up, it's like my mom woke me up a few weeks ago to go get my passport renewed, and it was at 7 o'clock in the morning I had to be up, and I was up until 4 the night before. So I woke up and I literally remember just zombie state the entire way there. And then I fell asleep standing up in the office. I almost fell over. My mom had to catch me. And then I went back home, went back to sleep, and I woke up at 2, and I was like, no fucking way I slept until 2. And I was like, wait a minute. I ran errands with my mom for 2 hours this morning, and I completely forgot. Because I was
you just don't remember because your brain is just on, I need to rest, I need to rest, I need to rest.
Body's awake, brain's still sleeping.
Yeah.
You're just you're just zombie, just moving. Just input command and just do. Literally what it was. Get out of bed, do this, do that. I was like, I just stumbled out of my door.
Ugh.
Yeah, but how was the first week in the new place?
It was great. I'll be honest, a little bit lonely. I feel like there's, obviously, like I said previously, I have a roommate. He's not moving until later. But definitely when you're alone in an entire apartment by myself, or by yourself, I'm an extrovert, so I love being around people. And I grew up with 5 total members of my immediate family in my at home, and so because of that, I have this tendency to always have someone around. And so when I didn't, it was kind of like lonely, I'm not going to lie. But I also just reminded myself, I literally have a week of this, a week and a half, and then my roommate's going to move in. So it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, and I had a blast though. I stayed up a lot of nights. I started cooking more and like a lot more because, I don't have my parents.
You've been sending me videos. Yeah, you chefing up.
Oh, man.
The macaroni crisis.
The macaroni. Fuck. Okay. As a kid, I was never blessed to have mac and cheese. My parents saw Kraft Dinner mac and cheese as like a sinful pasta. We don't even call it a pasta. It's just a dish. It's mac and cheese.
A processed snack.
A processed snack. I like that. But yeah, so I never had mac and cheese really as a kid. And so I didn't know how it was packaged. And so I was trying to make it. And I opened up the box regularly. I took out the little, pouch that has the dust in it because I knew that was in there. I was like, okay, cool. I do that, and I fucking turn it upside down and shake it, and all of the macaroni, the loose macaroni, just fucking falls all over the counter. And I'm just there like, what? So I thought I had a faulty box at first. So I'm like looking at the box, where the fuck's the number? I'm gonna call this fucking company. I wasn't going to, but I was just pissed because I had to clean it up. So I had to open another fucking box of mac and cheese just to fucking just to fucking eat it to make it. And I didn't have bowls yet, like a little like cereal bowl or whatever to put in after I'm done cooking. So after I was done cooking, I literally just tossed it all into a Pyrex measuring, what are they called? Not measuring cup. Measuring like the actual, like, it looks like a pitcher kind of
measuring cup.
Measuring cup.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a different term. Maybe I don't know.
I just call it a measuring cup.
But whatever. That big ass like
idiot.
measuring cup you do like to pour milk in and like actually measure like liquid, like big portions, not the little tiny spoons. But whatever. Measuring cup. Sorry, it is a cup, I think. Anyways, fuck, I'm stupid. But
fucking donkey.
I literally made the fucking mac and cheese and I put it in there, and I had like training at that point, so I was just like, yeah guys, don't mind me, I'm just eating my mac and cheese in my fucking measuring cup. And then but now I have bowls, I have utensils, I have plates, I have all that shit. So
that's the one thing I know I can never do for myself if I ever lived on my own was cook.
It's not that hard. It's just following directions. It's so simple.
I know, but like I'm just so fucking lazy, dude. You have no idea.
But like, and I'm like partially lazy, but trust me, especially for me, because I fucking muck. I was like, okay, if I don't cook, I'm gonna starve. Like, there's no one to make food here for me. There's no one to help me. It's literally just me by myself. But also because I'm used to, being in a house of 5, I'm used to making large portions. So I made like fucking 5 servings of stir fry the next night, and I was like, huh? I'm like, why is there so much? And I'm like, oh, because I'm used to like making food for everyone.
That's food for the week though, right there.
It is, or at least for a few days until I was like, I'm gonna come home for like 2 days. I'm just gonna bring it home. I'm just gonna bring it home, and they'll probably have a little bit of it, and then fucking I'll have the rest to eat myself when I'm over there. Literally, the first 5 minutes I bring the pot home, both my sisters and my mom were like, let's just try it a little bit. And I was like, okay, cool. And my dad had a bowl as well, and it was all gone. And I was like, all right, sick. Which I'm not mad about at all. Like, I'm more than happy to obviously feed my fam, but it was kind of like a damn. A little bit of a bummer.
Could have had stir fry for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh, I had that with pizza for the very first night I was by myself.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner pizza.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner was all just pizza. Because that was leftovers from the night before when you guys were there. So the entire day was just pizza. It was disgusting. I was like, I feel repulsive. And then I went grocery shopping finally. Like I said, I got all the ingredients and the stuff for the stir fry, the mac and cheese. I got a bunch of romaine lettuce and like mighty Caesar dressing and croutons and bacon bits and all this shit just like to make Caesar salad and stuff. So I'm very excited.
Caesar salad is fucking amazing.
I know,
dude.
And it's really hard to fuck up a Caesar salad.
Nothing beats a really good Caesar salad though. Just a fucking.
Are you a thin Caesar or a thick Caesar? Because
like sauce-wise?
The sauce, because there's thin Caesar and there's thick.
Thick.
Like there's people that make the thin, and I'm like, you. I don't know. I get so like, how can you enjoy the flavor of Caesar dressing?
It's the same with pasta too. Like when people have really thin pasta sauces, it's like, okay, I'm just eating my fucking noodles with flavored water.
Exactly. It's got to be a little bit thick, you know what I mean?
It's got to have hold. It's got to hold on to the vessel, whether it's lettuce or some fucking pasta noodle or whatever the fuck.
The vessel, I love that. But like, even for me, like most pasta sauces, especially if it's like a rosé, Alfredo, something like that, or more of a creamy kind of sauce, I always add a little bit of milk because I always feel like it's a little bit too thick for my liking, but everyone's different.
Put some milk in it, then put it over the heat for a bit. Just mix it, and it thickens up every time, no matter what the fuck it is.
Yeah. So, but it's awesome.
I mean, I'm talking like I'm some fucking chef, but I can barely cook for myself. Like obviously because of like COVID, my dad can't go into work, but my mom still can. So my dad, like, he just moved. We just converted like one of our rooms to like an office. So my dad just works in there. But he like just works all day, and he comes out for like an hour at like 12 to 1 to like quickly make something for him to eat and then go back to work. But at that point, like, I'm just getting out of bed, and I know a lot of people can agree with me. You can't eat right after you wake up.
I have to. I'm like, I need, like, when I wake up, I'm like, all right, engine starting. Where's the fuel, motherfuckers?
Actually? Oh, yeah. Like, I can't roll out of bed and put something in my stomach or else I'll feel nauseous.
That's all. I know, like, a lot of people are like that. I don't understand why. Like, for me, it's, I need a coffee and I need some food. Because if I don't get food, I will get nauseous because there's nothing in my stomach. Because I'm just, like, fucking starving. Like, when I was still working landscaping this past summer, there was, like, 1 or 2 days out of the entire summer, only 1 or 2 days that I accidentally forgot to make breakfast or didn't have time or whatever. I didn't muck.
You suffered the entire day?
I suffered the entire morning. Literally the most brutal mornings. And it wasn't even bad job sites. It was because I was just so fucking hungry.
And you don't have fuel in your body. I mean, like, I say I do eat in the morning no matter what, but, like, I can't eat right after I wake up.
Yeah.
Or else I feel nauseous. But, like, you have to eat in the morning or else your body's just not going to have any fucking fuel to do anything throughout the day. And you mentioned coffee. And that's one thing
My stomach's growling right now. I haven't eaten anything all day. I've had a granola bar and a very small mini, like, I'm talking mini fucking pizza. That's all I've had today. So when we're done this, I'm gonna go see my nonna and she's gonna fucking...
Get some manja?
Oh, she has the manja. Nonnas have the manja. But yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, no. So you mentioned drinking coffee in the morning. And that's one thing I've been thinking about a lot recently. Is a lot of people have like serious caffeine addictions, but because people don't see caffeine as a drug, they don't really consider it as an addiction. They just wake up in the morning, it's like, fuck, I'm so tired, coffee.
It's routine.
And then your body gets stuck as using coffee to wake up.
Yep.
And now it's like, I wake up in the morning, and when I don't have a coffee, it's like I'm just fucking. Cranky. I'm like not cranky. I don't really get cranky, but I'm just like super groggy for like 3 hours after I wake up.
It's always like 3 or 4 hours. It's a
fuck. When am I finally gonna clear up?
Yeah.
And become functional for the day?
Yeah.
And that's why one thing I started doing is drinking carbonated water in the morning instead.
The fuck?
Yeah. So as opposed to making a coffee to wake me up. So no. Not like a fucking like crack open.
You're talking about like a soda stream or something. Like just put
like an actual soda stream. Yeah. So there's like no salt, there's no sugar, anything added to it. It's literally just carbonated water.
Why?
So I don't drink coffee when I wake up.
But why bubbly water instead of regular water?
Because the fizz wakes me up.
Really?
Yeah. Like as opposed to going downstairs, grabbing coffee, making breakfast, eating breakfast, and then sipping on my coffee while I'm at my desk, doing whatever I do in the morning. Whether it's just chatting with the fellas or catching up on schoolwork or whatever. I just sip on a carbonated water. And that usually, I mean, it does not work nowhere near like a coffee does, but it definitely gets the job done. I don't know. I've been tripping about that so hard recently because it's like I don't want to become reliant on caffeine at the age of fucking 20 for the rest of my life to wake up in the morning.
Bro, I know people from like even our high school that like in high school they were already dependent on it, especially because like high school and universities when you really start kicking in the gear when it comes to the workload. And so there's a lot of all-nighters, there's a lot of like not much sleep that night, so you obviously wake up and go grab a drink. Like the whole stereotypical, I'm gonna use my mom's car, drive to McDonald's in the morning, get a $1 iced coffee, and then fucking go to class. And you hear the pom-poms and their fucking keys jingle and they smack it on the desk. And it's just like, dude, we get it. You have a car or, you got coffee. That's nice. You bring something for us? No. Then leave your fucking keys in your locker. And they bring their whole fucking handbag and go, it's my purse, bitch. That's a backpack. You look like you're going to the Himalayas.
That's a backpack.
That's a backpack. That's what I disliked very much and got very jealous about in high school was the girls bringing those handbags, but guys couldn't bring backpacks.
Yeah, it actually used to tilt me pretty hard, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That one thing I miss so much about like being on campus is the fucking campus Starbucks, dude. I remember rolling up every day and I just show up because I commute to school.
Yeah.
So I'd get on like the last, like I'd get off at the train station and then hop on, like it's like literally it's a direct line from the train station to my school. It's like 5-minute bus ride. And I hop on the bus and I would like autopilot in the morning. I would still be asleep. My body would just like automatically walk itself to Starbucks, go in, stand in line, and then my brain would finally wake up for the day to read the menu to see what I would order for a fucking caffeinated drink that morning.
Yeah.
And that fucking, I actually miss that so much. But yeah, no, whole coffee thing's fucking, I don't know. That's been fucking me up a lot recently. And that's why it's like, I only ever drink one coffee a day. But now it's a matter of, do I not drink my coffee in the morning and then save it for when I'm suffering at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the afternoon when I'm starting to get tired? Or do I just slam it in the morning to wake up and then just kind of try and ride that out the entire day?
I feel like caffeine, especially when it comes to coffee specifically, is very much like riding a bike. Like, for me in the morning, it's like having a coffee in the morning is like having the training wheels on, right? You're getting that extra push and you're learning how to ride the bike, or I guess in the sense, live your day. But once you get past a certain extent, certain experience, certain timeline, in this case, the afternoon, you get rid of the fucking training wheels. Now you're just flying and you're biking without them. So, and then you replace that void with food or something like actual, like, nutritional. I have quite a bit of caffeine every single day, I'd say. Usually 1 in the morning, every morning, and then I also have my pre-workout, which is like
pre-workout and caffeine? I don't think I could ever manage that.
There's only, I think, there's only one good reason why I was able to work like an 8 to 10 hour general labor shift of landscaping every single day, at least Monday to Friday, and then on top of that, do an hour and a half, 2 hour workout also that day, those days, and that was because of the caffeine. Like, I remember buying with the pre-workout and everything. I have one from Red Max, I believe it's called Total War, and it has like 320 milligrams of fucking caffeine in it.
Just giga boosted.
Oh, giga
Coffee
boosted.
beans.
It's got the L-citrulline and all the other fucking
beans
things
are
in
pre-ground or
what?
Beans pre-ground like pods.
It's not coffee. I'm talking about pre-workout.
I was thinking about coffee. I'm like, Total War coffee. What the fuck?
I was gonna say Total War having it in beans. Beans. Fucking awesome. I wish that was a thing. But yeah,
it looked like beaning on the fucking the audio track.
But no, yeah, caffeine. I definitely have addiction
coffee
to.
And pre-workout.
Oh yeah, like almost every day, right?
Fuck that.
So that's why it's like. That's another reason why I'm always on my toes and I'm always doing something. That's kind of also the reason why. Because you're
fucking wired.
Yeah, I'm wired all the time. Why do you think I have so much energy as well? Like, the reason why I'm talking so fast right now is because I actually haven't had caffeine today, but I guess my body's like, oh, you must have caffeine. Dude, now I've just absorbed it. Like, I am the caffeine.
I have become the caffeine.
I have become the caffeine.
Oh, fuck, what was I going to say? There's something I was going to go off about.
Caffeine, Starbucks.
Yeah. So also, I read somewhere that apparently just, like, having an apple in the morning provides enough natural sugar.
To wake you up?
As the same thing as, like, drinking a coffee in the morning.
No way.
I don't know. I could just be pulling that out of my ass, but I swear I read that somewhere.
Sugar, you crash. However, I also know that, like, obviously apples, they have natural sugars. So it's probably a bit more beneficial.
It's not like fucking slamming a whole bag of Sour Patch Kids in the morning and then trying to go to work.
Dude, fuck.
I mean, that sounds like a good idea.
It does.
But your stomach, your ass, and your health would be paying for it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude. I think recently I've figured out that I'm lactose intolerant.
What? That's fucking tough, dude.
I know, because I love milk. I drink milk straight from a glass. I don't give a fuck what any of you fuckers say.
Yeah.
Drinking milk.
We're pro milk on this podcast.
We're a pro milk fucking podcast. Straight from the fucking gutter. The gutter. The udder.
The gutter.
Get your mind out of the gutter, John B. But like milk out of the fucking udder. Pasteurized. 2%. Down my esophagus. Lathering the muscle and the tissue. Oh, and then it hits the stomach and you go,
Okay. Dude, I kind of want to go drink some milk right now.
Dude, I don't know what it is. It's just, it tastes fucking good. I don't like skim milk. I don't like 1%.
Yeah.
I am strict 2% and that's it.
2%.
Fuck the 3.25 homogenized. Fuck the 11 and 14% that we talked about previously.
And that soy milk that like can give you like boobs and shit.
Okay,
fuck.
Silk milk
Don't drink that
Silk
shit.
milk's fire and
oat milk. Oat milk?
I've never had oat milk.
So I've been, so I don't know why, but every time I get a sore throat, I can't drink anything because it hurts your throat.
Yeah.
And for anyone listening to this, will be your single-handed savior next time you get a sore throat is get a carton of chocolate almond milk.
For a sore throat.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is.
Wait, silk or goat milk?
Goat. Did you say goat milk?
I mean, oat milk.
Almond milk. Silk almond milk.
That shit is so fucking
Dude,
good.
Almond milk, it literally, I don't know what it does, but when you drink it, when you have a sore throat, it like coats your throat. So your throat doesn't hurt anymore.
It's so nice,
And
dude.
you know how bad, like just like, I don't like hearing it right now is like, okay, yeah, whatever. But like when you're suffering from a sore throat, everything you do hurts.
Yeah.
But when you drink that almond milk, it coats your mouth and your throat. And it's like all the pain just goes away. So almond milk is top tier. But what I've been loving recently putting in my coffee is oat milk. Oat milk is fucking awesome. It tastes great and it goes perfectly with coffee.
I wonder if, okay, obviously with the idea with silk milk is that it isn't from a cow because it's
soy.
more... What?
Soy, wait.
Silk is almond milk.
Silk is almond. Oh, let's talk about soy. You know, soy milk is from soybeans, but that has like hormones and shit in it that like not good for you.
Actually?
Yeah.
Oh, is that why they were talking about the whole my
it gives you boobs.
chest grew bigger and stuff? And,
yeah, you can start. I mean, you don't grow boobs, but there's a gland. If you're a male, you start developing a gland underneath your nipples.
Yeah, I know.
And you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly. I feel like, okay.
Like every guy has it. Just like you can literally like if you put your two fingers on the top and bottom of your nipple and just like go up and down like this, you can usually feel a little something underneath, and that's just like your body's just naturally it's always there. But when you drink like
it's like very small.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh my god, I love how I'm like literally squeezing my fucking left titty right now, but like I'm getting research.
It's literally right underneath
dry,
your nipple, tiny little thing. When you drink soy milk, the hormones in that make that more pronounced.
Yeah.
And it gives you booba. Or it more just makes it look like you have like inflated like nipples.
Yeah.
But like if it gets really bad, it looks like you have boobs. That's soy milk.
Damn. But no, silk milk is so fucking
the
fire.
Almond milk, yeah.
I wonder if
fucking amazing.
Is silk milk considered dairy because it's from a nut?
Almond milk, you mean?
Yeah, is almond milk technically considered dairy because
I think
it's not from a cow, and from my understanding is
I'm gonna
dairy is anything from a cow or like anything like milk, cheese, yogurt, fruit. For example, like frozen yogurt, like actual frozen yogurt, like I don't think that's dairy. I could also be wrong, but fucking yeah. Is almond milk considered dairy? What is dairy? Okay, dairy product or milk products are a type of food produced from or containing the milk of mammals, most commonly cattle, water buffaloes, goats, sheep, and camels. Dairy products include food items such as yogurt, cheese, and butter. A facility that produces dairy products is known as a dairy or dairy factory. Thank you, Google. Or
is almond milk dairy? Almond milk does not contain lactose since it is not an animal product. As a result, it is a perfect substitute for people with lactose intolerance.
That's fucking wild. Okay, so a few weeks back when I went to that Collingwood trip, we had silk milk every morning with our coffee. And for a while I was like, okay, am I lactose intolerant or am I just fucking tweaking? Nah, he tweaking.
Dude, but that literally happened for like a day on Instagram, and I was tripping about it so hard. I don't know if people were just joking or if that was like an actual like.
I think they were just joking.
Nah, he's tweaking.
But
Sorry, continue.
So the Collingwood trip, we had someone brought the silk like coffee creamer thingy, and I was like, what the fuck? First of all, it tastes amazing. Second of all, I didn't have any like bad shits after, and I was like, okay, maybe it isn't the coffee, maybe it's the milk or the cream, right? So then when I got back from the Collingwood trip, I tried cream and just fucking explosive shit everywhere. So I think that I've slowly built a lactose intolerance. It's not too much, but it's like enough that I go, okay, it upsets my stomach and it's a little bit fucking annoying. Yeah. So I think I'm going to start using rather silk milk or some kind of alternative creamer just to substitute for my own health.
Oat milk.
And for the sake of my toilet bowl in my apartment.
Oat milk, bro. I can give you some when we wrap this up. I have some in my fridge downstairs. It's fucking awesome. What was I going to say? Something about the... Oh, yeah. So it's actually, as like mammals, humans are mammals. Yes. As mammals like get older and like mature into adulthood, it's actually like a biological process that you naturally develop a lactose intolerance.
Really?
Because you're only supposed to be able to digest and process lactose as like an infant drinking from like your mother. That applies for like every fucking mammal in the books.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I don't know every mammal, but, fucking cats,
Humans
dogs,
at
squirrels, anything with fucking nipples that produces milk and gives live birth,
Yeah.
is supposed to drink that from, like, its mother. And then as it gets older and goes into adulthood, it develops that intolerance because you're no longer supposed to be able to process it. And I don't know, at some point down the line, humans were like, yes, we can drink cattle milk. Not cat, but cattle, sorry. I don't know why I split that one up.
Cattle milk.
But, yeah, no. And that's why a lot of people, as they get older, they develop lactose intolerance. Like, some people, and like, it starts happening when you're in, like, fucking high school.
Yeah.
I mean, for me right now, I'm perfectly fine. I can fucking go downstairs, slam like 3 liters of milk, and be perfectly fine.
I'll still chug milk. I don't care. It's still worth
You're
it. It's just annoying.
I'm pretty sure there's pills you can take or something.
Yeah, I think
let you
Emily's
drink milk.
took those before.
But it's like, I don't know, if I have to pop pills to drink milk, I don't know if I'm that ride or die for the dairy. You know what I mean?
Dude, the dairy is the best. The best? I mean, the best. Fuck.
Fucking
idiot. I desire dairy.
The dairy desire.
The dairy desire. Oh, I'll put that on the t-shirt. Desire the dairy. No,
you can
dairy
put that.
desire.
You can title the podcast this.
Oh my god, dairy desire.
Yeah, the title for this episode, the dairy desire, or
I like that.
fuck. Oh, I had such a good one earlier when we were talking about coffee, and I was gonna say it. I'm like, nah, I'll tell him after. And now we're talking about
talk about Starbucks. Talk about caffeine.
Yeah, it's something to do with caffeine or coffee.
Pre-workout beans.
Pre-workout beans.
I love that. What?
That would actually be. What if you like genetically like engineered like a coffee plant, or not a coffee plant, like a fucking.
Like if you somehow infuse the
why can't I
pre-workout
think of the
into
name?
A bean?
Not the coffee plant.
Arabica beans.
What's the plant that the coffee bean comes from?
Arabica beans or Arabica? I don't know.
What?
There's cocoa beans, whatever the fuck those are. That's from chocolate.
Coffee come from?
What plant is coffee?
The coffee plant.
Yeah, it's just a coffee plant.
What the fuck? That's a thing? I thought it would have been like. Yeah, I mean coffee plants. But what if you like engineer like a coffee plant? Because no people like
kiwis are a genetically modified organism. Is that what GMO is?
It is very
kiwis are not natural.
It is very rare actually to have completely natural, non-GMO, basically anything at this point. Because
well, I mean, if it's organic, it's not GMO, right?
That doesn't necessarily mean it's non-GMO. It just means there's no pesticides or anything else applied to it.
Oh wait, no, you're right. Yeah.
Because you know what? So now have you ever heard the term heirloom tomato?
Yes.
You know what an heirloom tomato is?
No.
It's a tomato, basically a species of tomato that has not been like modified at any point.
So it's like literally
it's the
base.
original base tomato.
That's pretty basic.
Like if you look up, fuck off. Fuck. There's this one type of tomato that I heard is like really good, and you can eat it like an apple. It's a type of heirloom tomato because it's the original plant that hasn't been subjected to any type of artificial selection or genetic modification.
Imagine having an apple. Like even a tomato that was as hard as an apple.
We learned about it. It's not as hard as an apple, but it's as sweet, and it's more like because tomatoes are fruits, but it's more of a vegetable. The way it's eaten, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But these tomatoes can be eaten more like an apple is eaten, you know what I mean? It's pretty dope. But what was I going to say? Yeah, corn actually is heavily artificially selected.
I could see that.
The original corn, artificial selection is? It's basically like over time it's like, hey, look, this plant, it's sweeter and has more kernels on it.
Fuck the rest of them. Let's keep this one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Corn was actually like very not sweet at all and had nowhere near like had like a tenth of the amount of kernels as a usual ear of corn does.
Yeah.
But over time it was selectively bred for fucking thousands of years that we have the corn that we have today.
Yeah, which are fire. Corn's fire.
Oh, corn is fucking awesome.
Especially when it's barbecued and it's still in the husk and then you take it out and you unravel it.
I've never actually had it like that. That sounds pretty good.
Oh, it's so fucking good.
Oh, fuck, I was going to say something. Oh, yeah. So going back to what I was going to say about the coffee plant. So know how certain like weed companies and shit, they like crossbreed different plants to try and get more like potent like weed from the plant?
Yeah.
What if you like crossbred like different types of coffee plants to get like a fucking pre-workout giga bean that you could like distill into like some fucking like a single shot of like
a shot of espresso
mutant
but
X caffeine and then you just fucking rip it and you're just on a crazy buzz.
I think that would be something I wouldn't take because it sounds very fucking interesting and possibly promising, but at the same time that's extremely unnatural. I mean, pre-workout in itself is unnatural.
For so many tons of people smoke weed and everyone's like, oh yeah. I remember like everyone's like, this shit's so strong, blah, blah, blah. It's like, huh? I don't even know, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't understand the whole shindig with all that. But it's like, I always hear about, like, you know, the stronger plant here and all that kind of stuff. And if you cross this.
People rave about that stuff.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm growing.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs. Yeah. I'm growing Carolina Reapers in my backyard. And
ooh, that's a drug I can get on.
Those are actually not original plants that were found. The guy he actually invented that plant. And it's hard to think he invented it because when he was a kid, there's like a documentary on him. And basically when he was a kid, he was like a crazy druggie. He was a stoner. And that's where I like learned about this from, is that he used to cross different plants to try and get more potent weed. And then when he became sober after he met his wife, he tried like a really spicy curry dish and he got like a high buzz. And he's like, I haven't had a high like that since I quit smoking. And then from that day on, he started crossing different pepper plants until eventually, I forget what the cross was, but it's 2 different types of peppers mixed to make the Carolina Reaper. And then he was like, okay, I made this shit. He basically like exclusively grew it and sold it.
Can you patent like a crossbreed of a plant?
Maybe. I'm not sure. Probably not though. I don't think, because it's a plant. It's like trying to cross, if you cross a fucking a lion, or here it's like if you cross a horse and a donkey, you get a mule, right? It's like patenting a fucking mule. You can't do that.
Yeah.
But it's like he grew that Carolina Reaper, and it's like the same concept. Like, what if you crossbred a bunch of coffee plants and got the fucking, just called it like Bean X, Giga Bean or something like that. I don't know.
Bean X.
I mean, that's what the guy, he actually
fucking A.
He posted a thing the other day. The same guy who grew the Carolina Reaper, and he was like, "There's a new spiciest pepper in the world now that tops the Carolina Reaper." He calls it, there's no official name for it yet, but it's titled Pepper X.
That sounds cool though.
And actually, I mean, I don't know if a lot of people watch the show. I know a lot of people watch it, but I don't know if anyone that listens to this watches Hot Ones with Sean Evans.
I love Hot Ones.
You know the last dab?
Yeah.
He is partnered with the guy who created the Carolina Reaper and Pepper X. And the one and only place you can get Pepper X currently outside of that guy, he doesn't sell seeds, he hasn't sold the plant, no one has access to the pepper but himself, except the people on Hot Ones.
That's awesome.
The last dab is made from Pepper X.
So that's why they try to sell it and stuff as well.
Yeah. I mean, you can't like fucking siphon out seeds from it because it's a fucking hot sauce.
It's a sauce, yeah.
Yeah, but like
raw sauce.
It's really dope because I don't know, I always thought that was so cool. It's like the final sauce in that show is an exclusive pepper that isn't found anywhere in the world, but this guy's fucking pepper grow up in like, I think it's North Carolina or Kentucky or something like that.
I mean, it makes sense if it was really.
Oh, it is from Carolina.
Carolina Reaper.
Yeah, I think he's from North Carolina. Oh, sorry, I just got super loud there for a sec. But yeah, no, I don't know. I was like, where does coffee plant come from? I'm like, coffee plant. What if you crossbreed this and that?
Plant.
The Giga Bean, Coffee X. That'd be pretty fucking dope.
All right. Well,
that was just, what was that?
Coffee X.
Coffee, milk, and peppers.
What was it? The Dairy Desire.
The Dairy Desire.
That was officially the Dairy Desire. Everyone, thank you for listening.
Today's episode, the Dairy Desire.
Not sponsored by anyone, but the Dairy Desire.
Feedback.
No grades today.
Pain.
Pain.
Make my day, make me very happy if whoever was listening to this episode could go to our Instagram at the Podcast Project Official and maybe left some feedback and sent us a DM, a wonderful message talking about how cool we are and how good we do on every podcast episode.
That would be so awesome. I wish you guys could make that happen at the Podcast Project Official on Instagram. But yeah, well, that's it for today.
We wrapping that up?
Yeah. Thank you everyone for watching or listening. Thank you for your ears. Thank you for your time. You can find the Podcast Project on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, YouTube, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, and Geo7.
And I know we already shouted it out, but on Instagram at the Podcast Project Official. Our personals are mine's at jk.hml.
Mine is at Guy Performs.
Please send us any feedback or anything, any topics, anything you want to hear us talk about. I know we say that all the time, but it makes me so fucking happy when I see like it's like, oh shit, one new DM. And it's like some dude talking about her or some girl's like, hey, great, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah. I love that. It makes my day. It makes me so happy.
At a party I went to a week ago, literally the day after we recorded the last episode, I actually met Amanda, who was referenced in previous episodes, who sent us messages. So again, hi Amanda, thank you for complimenting and giving us our feedback, because she gave us feedback as well and a little bit of criticism. But like I told her, I was like, please just be absolutely blunt with it, because we want to make this shit fucking fire.
And yeah, for anyone that's going to send us feedback, be 100% honest.
Yeah.
Don't hold back. You're not going to
If you-
hurt my feelings.
No, we won't. Like we said, we want to make this better. So yeah. But anyways, my name is Guy.
My name's Jack.
Thank you everyone for listening, and good night.